Hi, this is Thoughts Like Rabbits. I was a subscriber to the Darth Jar Jar theory until someone in a Star Wars video comment section made an alternate theory that actually made way more sense. We'll start with the Sith theory, and then we'll do the no, he's not, he's just like clumsy idiots argument. Then we'll give you the alternate theory, okay? Is he a Sith? If you go by the prequels alone, maybe. As Jar Jar is a digitally created character, all of his behaviors are intentional. From what I've heard, George Lucas wanted to make him loved by kids so he could pull the rug out from under them and reveal that he was the bad guy the whole time. This clearly didn't work. He jumps around in some scenes unnaturally fast, and he also has a preference for hoods. He stands behind Padme in some scenes and waves his hands while mouthing her words. Somehow he convinces his king to put his seemingly incompetent butt in charge of the Gungan military. He also waves his hand and convinces the Senate to give Palpatine all the power. All of which looks very suspicious. If you want a more in-depth look at the Darth Jar Jar theory, go look it up. There are plenty of videos. When you're done, come right back. Okay, you're back. Now we'll go on to Jar Jar is a lucky klutz. This argument was started by people who wanted other people to take Jar Jar at face value and stop obsessing over the tiny details. It's okay to take at face value, but honestly, tiny details are what heroes live for. People just wanted Jar Jar to be less annoying. The theory kind of helped with that. That's why people made the theory in the first place. But to each their own. And the last most plausible theory is Jar Jar is an untrained Force wielder. Hear me out. It has been canonized that not all children born with the Force get discovered and taken in by the Jedi. If you count how many Jedi the Jedi have, you kind of realize that there are a lot fewer than what the galaxy offers. A few million of people here on a planet, another few million on there, and so on. 1 out of every 4,000 children are born with usable Force powers.
Interesting. And how did you obtain your data?
Made it up.
I see.
With this, you would think there would be more Jedi. Most of these children stop practicing the Force after the age of 3. Using the Force is like using a muscle. Don't use it, it gets weak and you forget how you have it. Like ear wiggling. Using the Force, when the Force is weak, it makes them easy to miss. Jedi also have a hard time detecting other Force users unless they have very strong using the dark side or the Force directs them towards them. So the chances of Jar Jar being an undiscovered Force user is very high. Jar Jar does seem quite capable with the Force, but I think the ones around him don't detect it because they're not looking for it. My guess is that he's a self-taught gray Force user at the Padawan level. Seems to use both the light and the dark, but isn't intently focused on either. Unlike both the Jedi and the Sith, he has a healthy balance on his emotions, most of the time. Well, he has a healthy balance on his emotions, which is a good thing. It seems to me, so what I think is going on is that when he's put in charge of the Gungan military, it's because he's unintentionally making them do what he thinks is the right thing, which he thinks is putting him in charge. Same with the Senate. He has a tendency to listen to everyone, making him easy to sway. Even the clones talked him into walking into danger. Another thing you notice is he doesn't do the mass mind trick until after he's seen Palpatine do it, thinking that waving your hands like that commands respect. Being a Force user, it wouldn't have worked on him, but because he's self-trained, he would have no clue what was really going on, and it would just go right over his head. Throughout the war, he's been shown to be very kind-hearted, but not always very bright, which does explain why he becomes a clown later in life. It makes sense if what he was an undiscovered Force user. That's what we got. Like, subscribe, comment theories down below. Don't be rude or mean. Bye! Bye!